I'm going to be on the call with my family, okay? Remember? You got the kids, right? No, I don't know where that goes. All right, you got it? You got the kids, okay? Hon? Oh, hi. How are you?
Good. How are you?
Oh, pretty good, all things considered.
Good. How's Greg and the kids?
Oh, they're good. Cindy doesn't like the distant learning, but she's hanging in there. How's working from home going?
It's not bad. I mean, I actually kind of prefer it, but you know, the whole people part of the job was never really my thing anyway. I'm definitely getting a lot more done.
When's the last time you talked to Dad?
Gosh, I guess it's been a few weeks,
Really?
maybe a couple of months.
You should call him more.
I know. I mean, I don't mind talking to him. The conversations are short, that's for sure. Like, hi, how are things going? Good, you? Good, great. Bye.
Whatever. He loves hearing from you. Just give him a call once in a while.
Yeah, when I find time.
It's tougher now that Mom's gone.
You know, I would talk to her every once in a while, but it wasn't like we spoke every week like the two of you did.
Oh, it was way more often than that. We talked almost every day.
Every day? What the hell did you talk about?
Stuff.
Well, how about with Dad?
I call him a couple times a week to check in, but he never calls me unless he needs something.
Huh. That's funny. I mean, that's one of the first things Dad says to me when I call him. What do you need, son? I mean, I don't think he's ever called me. Mom did. I mean, I didn't even have to think about it. Now I have to remember to call Dad.
It's part of the job.
And I wish I had more to share with him.
I know. It's never been that comfortable with you two.
That's not it, really. I mean, I feel like I could tell him anything. I just don't have anything to tell him that would really interest him, you know?
I get that.
Oh, by the way, I invited Oliver to join us later.
Wait, what?
I wanted him to meet the family.
I get that. But Dad is not good at surprises. Remember when I got my ears pierced without permission?
You were only 11.
He made me take them out so they closed up, and then he grounded me for a month.
You were his baby girl.
And his 50th birthday party?
Okay.
Yeah, 20 people sitting in the dark. He opens the door. Everyone yells, surprise! He stormed out, and he didn't come back for 2 hours.
Okay. You made your point.
You think this is the best way to introduce the man you're dating?
Living with?
What?
Yeah, he started moving in a few weeks ago.
And you didn't tell me?
We didn't tell anybody. You know, people have such weird reactions to things right now.
I'm not people. I'm your sister.
I know, but we both agreed we would tell people together, and we're telling you and Dad today.
Oh, Dad is going to freak.
You're not helping.
It's not meant to.
Well, at least he can't storm out of the room.
You know, he could log off.
Listen, I appreciate you getting on a little early, and I wanted to warn you, and I hoped that you would help with the freak out.
Of course, Pete, I'll try. I mean, we both want you to be happy, and Oliver sounds great, and you deserve someone special.
Thanks, sis.
So how are you going to do it?
Well, we're going to go for the old ripping the Band-Aid off approach, where you, me, and Dad were just conversing, and Oliver just logs on.
Oh, so, surprise!
Oh, gosh, I made a huge mistake.
Actually, it probably makes the most sense. If there's any warning, then he'll just get himself worked up. And then who knows how that will go. This way, if it goes terribly wrong, we can blame it on the surprise, and everyone can use that as an excuse.
I'm in awe.
What?
You just totally rationalized me potentially ruining Dad's whole Thanksgiving.
It's my superpower.
Very impressive. Where is he?
Don't worry, P. It'll all be okay.
Thanks, Jay.
He's probably just having trouble logging in.
Or just making a dramatic entrance like always.
Oh, that was never him. That was Mom.
What?
Yeah. Dad was always on time unless he was with Mom. She just couldn't be on time.
That's not true. I mean, he would always walk in late and say he was sorry, but he lost track of time.
He was covering for her.
No way.
Yep. He didn't care if people thought he was flaky, but he didn't want people thinking that of Mom.
Why didn't I know this information until now?
You never paid attention.
That's crazy. I would have noticed.
I watched them.
Okay, totally not creepy.
It was about the way they negotiated everything. I mean, particularly Dad. It was like watching a chess player and trying to see if he would figure out how to be just a few moves ahead. He was always calculating.
Our dad.
That's his superpower.
Nah, that can't be right. I never saw that.
Oh, well, that's because your superpower nullified his.
What's my superpower?
Impulsivity.
That's a terrible superpower.
Not at all. It's a wonderful power to have, but it just baffled Dad. He couldn't figure you out.
Yeah, that's because he could never accept who I am.
It started way before he had any idea you were gay. I mean, before you knew, really.
Mom got me.
Of course she did.
What does that mean?
Nothing. I mean, it was great that Mom got you. It's just, she could run interference between you and Dad.
Interference.
She was more like a translator between you two.
I never saw that.
Well, it was her superpower.
Understanding me?
Understanding everyone. Sympathy, empathy. I'm never sure which.
Okay, so sympathy is understanding, and empathy is actually feeling what the other person feels.
Okay, thank you for the mansplaining. I meant I could never tell if Mom was being sympathetic or empathetic.
Oh.
I do think it was empathy, though, because it did seem to take a toll on her.
I miss her.
Me too. All right, I'm texting him.
Maybe he was the late one after all.
Let's see. Oh, getting something out of the oven, logging in now.
The oven?
Oh, I think that was him.
What could he be
There
cooking?
he is. Hi. Oh, no, Dad, you have to unmute.
It's on the bottom.
No, Dad, we still can't hear you.
Wait, I don't know what's going on.
You're breaking up.
Okay, how about now?
Oh, perfect.
Oh, I don't know what was on.
Well, wait, no, now what's going on? Because now you're breaking up.
Okay, what about now?
Oh, that's better.
Oh, so if I talk normal, then it works okay.
What?
Sorry, just a little Zoom humor.
Oh, gosh. Happy Thanksgiving, Dad.
Thanks, Pete. Good to see you.
Hey, Dad, sorry to text you.
Oh, no problem. Time just got away from me. I'm making Thanksgiving dinner for the first time.
You're making dinner?
Yeah, turkey roulade, mashed potatoes with gravy, salad, pumpkin pie, and Mom's casserole.
Oh, you're making Mom's casserole? Wait, how?
Why?
What do you mean, how? What do you mean, why?
Well, I never saw her use a recipe. I never saw her actually measure anything.
Yeah, that explains a lot.
Well, she was making that casserole long before either of you were born. She doesn't need a recipe.
I beg to differ.
Okay, what are you talking about? It was delicious.
Oh, it had just about every food in there. I hate it. I think it had just about every food in there.
Carrots? You hate carrots?
No, I love carrots, but she didn't put carrots in there.
Yes, she did.
No, she didn't.
Yes, she did.
No, actually, I don't think there were carrots in it.
No. I definitely remember carrots.
No, there was sweet potato. Is that what you're thinking of?
No.
Well, you know what? I actually can't remember.
You know, there was a meat of there in some kind. I think it tasted like Spam.
No. Bacon. Absolutely. I absolutely remember bacon.
Oh, it could have been Spam.
What? No.
No, honestly, I don't remember.
So, Dad, what did you use?
Oh, bacon.
Thank you.
I used hot dogs.
No,
What? I like hot dogs.
No. It's just that after all of this casserole bitching, you actually ended up making Mom's infamous casserole?
Oh, I think it's great. What else did you use?
Oh, macaroni, cheddar cheese, and broccoli.
none of which were in Mom's. I, on the other hand, used carrots, which definitely were.
You
What?
too.
Yep. Carrots, pasta shells, peas, Parmesan cheese, and, breadcrumbs.
Okay, now even that sounds better.
God, you know, this makes me so happy. Your mom would be so proud of you. And you know what? She is proud of you. I feel like she's with us today. I absolutely feel she's with us.
That's very new agey of you, Dad.
You know, I can't tell if you're making fun of me.
No. No, actually, I mean, I feel that too. I kind of felt her all day.
Yeah, me too. Except when I ate my casserole, I actually liked it.
No, I never heard you complain, Jay. Why didn't you just tell her you hated it?
Oh, I don't know. I loved her and she loved making it.
Well, she loved Thanksgiving. You know, I think it was her favorite holiday. Janice, what?
No, she hated Thanksgiving. Oh, you were always in the living room entertaining while she was stuck in the kitchen with the moms and the aunts making all the food, and she was criticized the whole time. She could never do it right.
Well, why did she always want it at our house then?
She didn't, but no one else wanted to host because it was a pain in the ass. And after we had hosted a couple of years, it just became tradition. And then she couldn't get out of it.
Wow, she always did such an amazing job. You know, I figured it was at our place because no one else could do it, you know. And I figured it was out of respect, you know, even if the other ladies couldn't admit it. God, I wish she told me.
She understood her role. She accepted it.
Did she tell you all this?
She didn't have to.
Dad, there was a spy in your house.
What?
Yeah, apparently Janice spent her entire youth watching every move you and Mom made.
Yours too.
Wait, what?
I watched you too.
Okay, that's terrifying. And this is officially turning into the worst Thanksgiving ever.
You know, you should be grateful. I figured you out a long time ago, and so you and I never fought.
I thought that was because we actually liked each other.
Oh, please. I knew how to manipulate you to get what I wanted.
Okay, we need to change the subject.
All right. How are your Thanksgivings going?
Well, mine's been good.
Yeah, ours too. We had our big meal at lunch. I mean, you know how Greg loves his leftovers. It was hard to only making dinner for 5, though.
Well, try making a meal for one.
Oh, you're going to have leftovers for days.
What did you do, Pete?
Well, gosh, besides making the casserole, not much. I mean, I have tons of food in the fridge. I've kind of been ordering delivery almost every night.
Wow, must be nice.
I don't know if it's nice. I mean, it's easy, and I'm actually supporting local restaurants, so that's nice.
Oh, son, I didn't. What I meant was it must be nice to be close to places that deliver, all right? But you know what? I'm liking cooking. I'm getting better at it. But I would kill for a delivery once in a while.
Gosh, I wish Greg cooked. He doesn't even do the barbecuing. Now that the kids are getting older, I make them do some of it, and they'll finally get good at it just enough time to move out.
Well, you know, I know your mom appreciated when you helped out, both of you.
I used to like to cook a lot, but I just can't seem to get excited about it these days. You know, being stuck in this quarantine limbo just zaps my energy.
Oh, please. I used to get the house going, the kids off to school, I'd volunteer in the classrooms, meet with home buyers, then take them to piano or dance or soccer, then home with schoolwork and dinner, more emails to home buyers. Now I just throw cereal into bowls, tell them to log on to school, and then I slump on the couch with my laptop in my pajamas, order pizza, and I'm in bed by 9. I'm pathetic.
Me too. I used to go out several nights a week. Now I could barely make it out of the house once or twice. I mean, and even that takes a conscious effort just to get to the front door.
Do you think it's worse now that you're able to work from home?
I mean, maybe, but I mean, you would have thought that it'd make more sense that since I'm cooped up in the house all day that I'd like want to get out, but not so much.
How about you, Dad?
Oh, I don't know. Since your mom wasn't gone too long before the lockdown, you know, everything's been an adjustment.
Dad, I don't mean to be rude, but what do you do all day?
Wow. What does it sound like when you are rude?
No. I just,
Dad, we just want to make sure that you're staying busy and staying active.
Well, yeah, I go out walking. I work out a little bit. I make meals and I read a lot.
Ooh, what do you read?
History, science, stuff that interests me.
Any fiction?
Not really. Seems kind of pointless if it's just something someone made up.
I always felt like nonfiction is about facts and fiction is about truths.
What does that mean?
Just that authors who aren't bound by facts get at something a little more deeper, a little more profound, Dad.
That sounds a little condescending.
It's just one guy's point of view.
Hey, it's great that you're reading, Dad, whatever it is. I read romances, so I'm not judging anybody.
Why do you always do that?
What?
Step in and deflect. It's okay for Dad and I to disagree, and we can work it out ourselves.
You're right. Sorry.
Thank you. Now, Dad, please feel free to read whatever you like. Listen, I have absolutely no judgment about what you read. I just think it's great that you enjoy it.
Thanks, Pete.
Do you socialize?
You mean physically meet in person?
Yeah. Oh, I guess.
Yeah, not really. Most of my friends are so paranoid they won't even leave the house, and the others are, they think it's all a hoax, and they don't take any precautions. So if you fit somewhere in the middle, it just doesn't work out to meet in person.
How about online?
Well, I've joined some chess and Scrabble groups. I talk to friends on the phone mostly. I mean, that's still comfortable for me.
What about your, that's good, Dad. It's nice to stay in touch with your friends right now.
You know what? I realized after your mom passed away that I don't really have any close friends of my own. Most of the people we were close to were her friends.
And that's not true, though. What about the Sullivans?
That's a good example. We were together for 25 years, and we met them through your mom's work. And, Mike worked with her briefly, and she thought he and I would get along.
Do you still talk with Mike?
Yeah, I do occasionally, but, after we talk for a few minutes, there's just not a lot to say. Your mom, she was our connection, and I don't know. The conversation just ends.
That's kind of sad.
Not really. It is what it is, And don't get me wrong, Mike's a good guy. I mean, he'll help me out if I need it, but not a lot in common, And Beth has asthma, and really, they don't go anywhere right now.
We just want to know that you're doing okay, Dad.
Oh, I'm good. I mean, really. And thanks for being concerned.
And we are always here if you need to talk.
I know. So how are the kids doing?
Oh, they're hanging in there. I just feel bad that they can't socialize, but they get it. Poor Cindy, she's got it the worst because she's at that age where all she wants is to be with her friends all the time. A few of us moms let our younger kids get together at the park with masks, of course. So Brady and Nelson, they get to socialize with their friends every now and then and get some fresh air and some wiggles out. But
Dad, Janice, I would like you to meet Oliver.
Happy Thanksgiving.
Happy Thanksgiving, Oliver.
So Oliver has been in my life now for a few months, and recently we've decided to start sharing spaces.
What does that mean?
Dad?
I just don't know what sharing spaces means.
It means we see each other without masks, Dad.
Why didn't you just say that? How long have you been sharing spaces?
We started moving in about 3 weeks ago. We met before the lockdown at trivia night. And we needed somebody who knew stuff about sports, and one of my friends knew Oliver and thought he'd be a good addition to our team. And he was, because we won.
I really don't know that much about sports, but the questions were pretty easy. The ones about film and theater were crazy difficult, but the sports ones weren't too bad.
And we had a good time, and I really didn't give it that much thought. Then, after the lockdown, there was this virtual trivia night in May. And something just clicked, and we started FaceTiming on non-trivia nights, and
it's been great to have someone to go through all of this with. I'm so blessed to have Peter in my life.
Then last month for Halloween, we decided to meet in person finally without masks. And
Wait, you met on Halloween?
yes. And we were going to go to this
But
spot.
without masks on Halloween. No one else sees the irony in this. No.
Anyway, that's when I asked him to move in.
And it was a big step for both of us.
It's been amazing too, to have somebody special. I mean, I didn't realize until we connected how lonely I was.
Hmm. Well, what do you do, Oliver?
Oh, I'm a graphic artist.
Oh, do you work from home?
I do now. I work for Warner Brothers, so I used to communicate back and forth to Burbank every morning. Now I'm at home.
He works on all the big movies and shows.
Not all of them. There's a team of us, so it gets divided up.
Anything we know?
Earlier this year, I did stuff for Scoob and the latest Conjuring.
He can't talk about what he's working on now. He's sworn to secrecy. It's like he's a spy.
It's just part of the deal. That's the biggest challenging working from home. I have my Warner's computer and then my personal one. So I can't do anything on the work one except official company business. So I have to play music or through my other computer or my phone.
Well, it must be exciting.
It's just work. But it's nice to get to see designs I worked on out in the real world.
Look, Dad, I know it's a little weird to spring him on you like this, but we realize today is Thanksgiving, and Thanksgiving is all about family and, sharing what you're grateful for. And Oliver is that for me.
Ditto.
That's sweet. I'm happy for you, Pete.
Thanks, Jay. Dad?
I'm very happy to meet you, Oliver. I'm a little thrown here, but it's not your fault. Pete has always liked to do this sort of thing.
What do you mean?
Surprise people, make them feel uncomfortable.
I didn't mean to upset you, Dad.
If you sure about that? I mean, you do your setups and then you judge how we react. It's like you're doing experiments.
Listen, that wasn't my intention, Dad. I never know how to share things with you, so I just kind of go for it. I mean, maybe it's not the right way, but I can't think of how else to do it.
How about a phone call last week? A few days ago? Maybe yesterday? How difficult would it be to say something like, Dad, I'd like to invite my new friend to join us on Thanksgiving. Would that be okay? And I would say, that's great, Pete. What's his name? We could have a conversation. You and me, just two adults.
That's cute, Dad, but it probably would have gone more like this. Hey, Dad, I'd like to invite somebody to Thanksgiving tomorrow. Is that okay? And you'd have been like, Pete, this is for family. Maybe we can meet him some other time.
Well, we don't know because you didn't give me a chance. You had to make it into a whole thing. You had to create a scene.
You're the one making a scene, Dad. I was afraid of this.
Look, if you thought this would happen, why didn't you show me some respect and warn me?
I'm sorry, Oliver. Perhaps we should just hang up.
No, Pete. No.
That is not happening. We are going to talk this through.
But you're embarrassing me in front of Oliver.
This has nothing to do with Oliver. It has to do with your need to make things more difficult than they need to be.
That's not true.
What are you talking about? What about when you came out?
Here we go.
Yeah, it wasn't about you being gay. Your mom and I already knew we weren't stupid. It was about you bringing home that street kid and being so righteous about it.
You did what now?
His name was Stevie, and I thought I loved him.
Oh, no. You thought this guy will freak them out. And you wanted to do it to freak us out. And by the way, how long were you with him after the big coming out?
I don't remember.
Maybe a week?
It was longer than that.
How long, Janice?
Oh, no, leave me out of this.
How long?
A couple of days.
It was your 16th birthday. Your mom planned a party for you, which wasn't easy because we didn't know who you hung out with. So she invited the friends she knew about, and it all became about you making a big statement.
I needed to be honest with you. It was important for me to be myself.
We didn't have a problem with you being gay. We had a problem with you ruining the party so you could make this big screw you mom and dad statement.
That's a lie.
What?
You absolutely had a problem with me being gay. You still do.
That's not true. I accept you.
You know, you can accept something and still judge it. For instance, these big-ass SUVs that try and park in these small little compact spaces. Do I accept it? Yes. Am I judging them? Yes. You know, Dad, sometimes I feel like you think, what did I do wrong in life to deserve a son like this?
Again, that is not true. It took me longer to accept you than your mom.
Stop saying accept.
Okay. It took me longer to understand you. Not because you're gay. Not only because you're gay, you always confuse me. I didn't get why you made some of the choices you made. I mean, Janice was a normal kid. And not because she's straight, but because she had normal issues, you know, worrying about being liked, school stuff, boyfriends. And then she met Greg and they fell in love and they got married and she had kids and she has a job. I mean, she's done her life like your mom and I did. There weren't too many surprises.
I'm boring. I can live with that.
Everything with you was different. You know, you constantly hurt yourself doing things that kids just shouldn't do. It's like you had no fear.
I probably just wanted your attention.
Well, it worked. You were in the emergency room so many times with broken bones that Child Services opened an investigation.
Oh, come on.
No, that's true. They interviewed everyone, family, friends, just to see if I had some anger issues or perhaps I was a child beater of some kind. You know, you just didn't have that thing that kept you from doing something dangerous.
I wish I still had that.
God, I'm glad you outgrew it. Otherwise, I don't think you'd be alive today. But you know what? It didn't go away. It just changed.
What do you mean?
You snuck out of the house all the time. You went across the country for school. You know, I just don't know. You never seem to worry about where your next paycheck came from. That's the same thing, living without a net. I just don't understand that at all.
Dad, Oliver does not need to hear all of this.
No, I find this illuminating.
Oh,
Please continue.
well, that's not fair because I don't know any of your secrets.
And let's keep it that way.
Your mom and I always loved you. We always wanted the best for you, and we wanted you to be who you needed to be, but we didn't always understand you. We had to learn to accept that you were you.
So, Oliver, where'd you grow up?
Burbank.
Oh, that's nice. I really like Burbank.
It was okay. We weren't in the nicest part, but they had good schools.
And is that where you learned to do graphic design?
Just art in general at that point. I switched to design in college, better job opportunities.
Well, do you still do other types of art?
Sometimes, but not much. My work is artistic all day, so it kind of wears me out from doing my own thing. But sometimes I'll draw or paint, but nothing fancy.
I always wish I was more artistic.
It's never too late.
Oh, please. It is. That's all right, though.
What do you do?
Oh, being a wife and a mother isn't enough?
No, that's not what I meant. I'm so sorry.
Oh, I'm just messing with you. I'm in real estate.
Oh, so you show houses and stuff?
Oh, no, I'm on the financial side. So people find their dream home and then they come to me and then I make it as difficult as possible for them to get their money. No, I mean, it's really rewarding. I've had people cry in my office when they're signing their papers before. It's such a big step.
That's cool.
You know, it's been a little tricky lately, but I have to say it hasn't slowed down at all. What about you with the movie theaters being shut down?
Oh, we're focused on TV and streaming shows mostly. There were huge cuts a couple months ago. My area was reduced by more than half.
But you're still there.
For now. We keep hearing about another round of cuts, but who knows?
Well, you can't worry about what you can't control. What's so funny?
Peter says that all the time. It must be like a family mantra.
Huh, I guess so. Wonder where it came from.
From your mom.
I remember.
Sounds like her.
She was all about taking things as they come. You know, that was her outlook.
It's a good one. My mom is the opposite.
How?
She believes everything is able to be controlled.
Everything?
Perception is reality. If you don't like something, then force your perception to change it, and it will actually change the world.
Wow. That sounds very intimidating.
What do you mean?
I mean, it makes you kind of responsible for everything. I kind of like having the excuse that things are kind of out of my control.
I guess it's one way to look at it. I always thought it more of like owning your own feelings and choices. Don't get me wrong, I'm not good at living that way, but it's how she raised me,
And she's able to live that way.
I guess. I never really asked her.
Now I'm curious. What is she doing right now?
I don't know. I was there early for Thanksgiving lunch, so nothing.
Ask her if she wants to join us.
This is what I was just talking about. Recklessly jumping in and not thinking of what kind of position that puts somebody in.
I'm good with it.
I think it's a great idea.
Oliver, how would you like to invite your mom to join us?
Trust me, I am not like Peter. I would not surprise my mom. It would not be a good idea.
Ooh, this is exciting. I am so anxious to meet her. And there are so many questions I want to ask her.
Behave, Peter.
You know, I have to admit, now I want to meet her too. What's your mom's name, Oliver?
Alice.
No kidding. I was obsessed with Alice in Wonderland.
5 Halloweens in a row.
That's so funny. She said she hated her name as a kid, but when her favorite aunt made her read the book, she decided being named after the super brave, adventuring bully slayer was pretty righteous.
I already like her.
She is something. She said that she would love to join us.
Great. What's her email? I'll send her the invite.
Alice Wonder Woman 1966 at gmail.com. I know, it's ridiculous.
Oh, no, I am liking her more and more.
Are you sure she's okay with this?
Trust me, if she wasn't, she would have no problem telling me.
All right, that's great. I just don't want to be part of an ambush.
Ooh, Lord help anyone who tried to ambush my mother.
Great. Well, now I'm excited to meet her too.
I'm getting kind of nervous. Am I sweating?
You'll be fine. Look at me. I love you. She will love you. Just be yourself, your best self. And maybe no jokes.
What is that supposed to mean?
When you get nervous, you joke more, and sweetie, they usually aren't funny.
That's true.
Oh, great. So now you're both ganging up on me.
It's just the truth.
You will be great.
She will love you, Pete.
Thanks, Dad. Okay, so when is she logging on? I'm definitely sweating.
You're okay, Pete.
Hi, Mom.
A visit and a call in one day? I must be the luckiest mom in the world. Next time though, Twist, if you don't give me enough time to fix my face before meeting someone new, we will have words.
That's Mom.
Love you. Now please introduce me to everyone, son.
Yeah, this is Peter. Say hi, Peter. You spoke about him and how important he is to me, so be nice.
I am always nice. It's truly a pleasure to meet you, Peter.
This is Peter's sister, Janice.
It's wonderful to meet you.
Likewise.
And this is Peter's dad, Sam.
Happy Thanksgiving.
Thank you, Sam. Happy Thanksgiving.
Yeah, I'm sorry to spring this on you.
It's very special to be invited. It means a lot just to be included.
What were you doing, Mom? Did we interrupt anything?
Just watching TV and eating leftovers.
Mom made a great meal.
Oh, you meet in person?
It's really just Mom and me, so we're like our own quarantine.
Quarantine?
I guess Peter's on a quarantine too.
Quarantine, that's cute. I'll be on your quarantine. Hey, put me down for tight end. Alice, I look forward to meeting you in person sometime.
That would be wonderful. Twist talks about you all the time.
Wait, did you say Twist?
Sorry, it's a nickname for him. He didn't tell you?
Absolutely not.
I was reading Dickens when I was pregnant with him. Thinking back, it probably isn't the best idea to name your son after a street urchin.
No, this is awesome. I needed a nickname for him, and this is perfect.
No, no. It's my name for him. You don't get to use it.
Even just occasionally for fun.
No.
Okay. Perhaps there's some other family stuff I could tease him about?
Not really. He was a quiet kid. He just would sit and draw, and it worked out well since I was always reading.
Oh, that's right. He said you were a teacher?
I am a middle school English teacher.
Oh, that has to be tough right now.
It really is. Kids can't sit still in front of a screen all day. It was bad enough when we were in the classroom, but it is worse in front of the computer.
Mm-hmm. Where do you teach?
John Muir Middle School here in Burbank.
Oh, Oliver said he grew up there.
Then he moved away, decided he needed to get away from his mother.
That's not true.
Of course it is. I did the same thing way back when. It's important for children to find their own communities.
I'm still close. If you need me, I can get there in under an hour.
You're a good son.
Do you have other family?
Oliver is an only child. That is why he is so spoiled, and I won't let him move any further.
My father passed away when I was 18.
We had divorced, but he was very much still a part of Oliver's life.
It was a car accident.
I'm so sorry.
Peter shared about your mom passing last year.
Mm-hmm. We all miss her. She was a pretty amazing lady.
Well, I want to hear all about her. If we're going to be family, I need to feel like I know her. Besides, it's Thanksgiving. What better time to share memories?
Dad?
No. Go ahead, Pete.
Okay. Gosh. I can't really think of just one story in particular. I just always picture Mom in the kitchen, you know? I'd wake up and she'd be making the best breakfast. Woo! You know, from school, and she'd have a snack ready, family dinners and snacks during homework or TV. She was always making food. And if I needed something, I could find her in the kitchen. I just kind of felt like that's where she was the most comfortable, you know, like where she fit in. She had everything she needed in the kitchen. As a kid, you know, sometimes I'd skin my knee, go straight to the kitchen. She had everything there she needed. The pills, the ointments, the Band-Aids. And if she didn't have what she needed in the kitchen, then the next stop was definitely the hospital.
Which happened a lot,
Not that often.
several times a year.
No.
Yeah, Janice only made the trip twice, you know, and that was a false alarm. And that was before you were born. We thought she had swallowed a bunch of coins, so we freaked out. I mean, we took her to the emergency room and they examined her and they took x-rays and no coins. Turns out she'd been hiding them under the couch. We were new parents, but we had no idea what was coming with child number 2.
You know, the other time was when you fell out of the tree and you landed on me. Then we both had to go to the hospital. So I actually have a perfect track record when you think about it. It was either parents being crazy or a brother that was trying to kill me.
I wasn't trying to kill you. I mean, I just thought that if you would break my fall, that neither of us would get hurt.
You were wrong.
I was 6.
You know, the only reason I didn't pound you was because I had a bruise and you had a broken arm.
So I was partially right.
And you got to sit in the front on Mom's lap. And I kept saying, but it's his fault. And then she whips around and she says, well, you can beat on him later, but right now he's off limits.
Oh, I love this lady.
I wish I could still sit on her lap sometimes, you know? She was the best at making you feel like everything was going to be all better.
That's called love.
I miss knowing she's there if you needed her.
Picture her in the kitchen.
Right.
No, I mean it. Close your eyes.
Okay.
Can you see her?
Yeah. She's sitting on the little table in the kitchen. She's drinking tea, which of course was probably cold. She'd always make herself a cup of tea and then get distracted and come back and the tea would be cold, but she never really cared. She still drank it.
What is she wearing?
Oh, her blue dress. The blue dress with the yellow collar, it was so soft. And when she hugged you, it just felt like you were surrounded.
How about her hair?
Oh, her hair, she was always put together. Hair done, makeup done.
Always.
What else?
I walk in, she smiles, holds out her arms, and I hug her.
She never left you. She's right there whenever you need her.
It's just nice to be reminded sometimes.
How about you, Janice?
Oh, I'm not sure.
It could be hard between moms and daughters. I know it was with my mother. Mm-hmm.
Well, no, I mean, we got along most of the time.
Always. I mean, they were so close, Alice, it was scary.
She was just mom, you know?
I do.
She always knew what to say, when to console or when to kick you in the butt.
Tell me a butt kicking one.
Oh, on my wedding day, I was panicking.
Lots of brides do.
I mean, was I doing the right thing? Would it last forever? Was this going to be my life now, right? Husband, kids, the whole traditional fairy tale. Well, I was getting my hair and makeup done, so it was happening, and I started to have a panic attack. And all of a sudden, Mom's right there. She took one look at my face, and she goes, everyone out. Of course, nobody knew what to do, though. They were all confused. So now was all she said, and that room was empty. Oh, she sat down next to me, and before I could even say anything, she grabbed my face, and she says, "You love Greg, and you will make a wonderful wife and mother. Will every moment be perfect? No. But if you don't do this, you're going to regret it for the rest of your life. And this is what you want to do and what you need to do. I love you and I always will. But not getting married today is not an option."
I love this woman.
It was all gone. All the fear, all the doubt. I mean, I wasn't even concerned about how I looked, right? Oh, I had a great wedding. It was a beautiful day because somehow she knew exactly what I needed to hear.
It was a great day. One of the bartenders was a cutie. Ooh, 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 ooh.
Excuse me.
Oh, and she was right. You know what? I've never regretted it.
I remember that. You know, we were going through our checklist items, and then all of a sudden she just walked out of the room. When she came back, she looked at me and she smiled and nodded. It was like she had remembered to turn off the oven or something. That was that. She never told me what happened.
That was Mom. No muss, no fuss, right? It was the kind of thing she did in little ways all the time. Oh, hey, we're getting close to the time. Our time's almost up. I didn't think we'd be talking this long. I'm going to send you a new link. Pete, can you send one to Alice?
Of course.
Okay, we'll see you on a few. Just remember. Oh, there you are.
And we're back.
Hey, Dad.
Hey,
Okay, almost. Oh, perfect. Sorry about that. Guess I should spring for the Zoom Pro, but most of the time, 40 minutes is more than enough.
Yeah. Well, I think it's Dad's turn.
oh, no. I'm good. How about having one of the guests tell a story?
Oh, that's a good idea. Hey, Oliver, you care to share?
Be careful, son.
Which one to tell? There's so many. Maybe about the time she almost punched a cop. How about the time she followed me for an entire day to see if I was doing drugs? Took a sick day and spied on me.
Were you?
No, thank God.
He had just started high school and he was acting weird, and I had to find out what was going on.
That was the day my mom found out I was gay. She caught me and Robbie the senior
Robbie the senior.
behind the auditorium.
He was cute.
I got home after school and mom sat me down and said, Twist, if you're going to be kissing boys, make sure it's discreet and they're worth it. It was the least dramatic coming out in the history of coming out.
And you weren't upset, Alice?
I already knew. It just made it official. I was concerned for him. It wasn't easy for a young black man and then to be gay. I knew there were going to be tough times, and they were. Has been. But we made it through together.
Dad wasn't so understanding.
He had his reasons.
After mom found out, I figured I should tell dad. Mom offered to be with me, but I thought it'd be better if I did it alone. Man to man.
I was so proud of him. His father wasn't the easiest to communicate with.
I was with him the following weekend, and I just sat him down and told him who I was. He said nothing for probably 5 minutes and then walked out of the door. I sat there for what seemed like an hour. He walked back in and couldn't even look at me. All he said was, sorry to hear that, and then walked into his room. That was it. I watched TV and went to bed, and the next morning I had breakfast and mom came and picked me up. We never talked about it again. I was glad I told him, and it wasn't like he yelled or hit me or anything. I can't say it was bad, really. It just seemed like he was disappointed in me. I kind of never changed before he died.
He wasn't disappointed with you. Marcus, that was his dad's name. He had a tough life. It made it very hard for him to tell people what he was feeling, even me. That was the problem. He couldn't share anything with me, his feelings, his thoughts, or anything. He was a good man. He just couldn't open up.
Boy, boys weren't raised that way. I mean, they weren't taught how to be open.
It would have been good to know him better.
I'm so sorry you didn't get that chance.
I guess I knew he loved me.
He did. You were what he was most proud of.
And why couldn't he tell me that?
He was raised different. Being gay wasn't acceptable. I think he blamed himself.
Why would he do that?
Honestly, I think he might have had the same similar tendencies. I don't think he ever acted on it, and he never said anything to me. I just had a feeling.
You kidding?
I can't be sure. It was just always seemed like something was missing, or more like he couldn't be his true self. It created that sense that he was disappointed with life. It wasn't anger, at least most of the time. It was frustration with the world. That's what ended our marriage. Not a big fight. I didn't want you growing up with that attitude around me all the time.
It's for me.
Yes, but don't you go getting a big head. We weren't really a couple at that point, more like friends or roommates. I wish he had a happy life, but I couldn't give it to him. I was so pissed off for several years after Marks and I split. I wouldn't let anybody get close to me. No friends, no romances. I even distanced myself from my family. It was just Twist and I against the world. It took quite a while to let my guard down.
How'd you do it?
I guess I just wore myself out. If you're on your guard every moment of every day, it takes a toll on you. Even though today, if someone pisses me off, they're gonna know it. I just give them a fuck.
It's truly scary.
Okay, now I want to see it.
No, you don't. Trust me.
Oh, I really do.
So do I.
You asked for it.
Okay, that's terrifying.
Ooh.
Can you teach me?
Probably not. That comes from years of teaching, and I'm proud to say that I've never raised my voice in my classroom. I grew up seeing that same look from my own mama. It helps if you're a Black woman too.
Hey, Oliver, do you have a look?
Hell no. I can't compete with moms.
Well, maybe you don't have enough anger.
I'm black and gay, not pissed off at all.
Wes was never intimidating. That was part of the problem. Boys need to prove themselves by being threatening, and he couldn't. It wasn't in him. That's what made him a target. The other kids could just look tough by picking on him.
Or beating up.
Or beating up.
It didn't happen that much.
Luckily, during middle school, he went to where I was taught, and those kids knew better than to mess with him.
Or they get the look.
They'd get worse than that.
Middle school was tough too. They didn't beat me up, but everyone was so afraid of you, they wouldn't even talk to me.
Kids are stupid at that age. It's better they left you alone.
I just wanted friends.
You got really good at drawing.
Gaining life skills through crippling loneliness.
You made it. It wasn't always easy. Life's a blessing. Sam, do you want to share anything about your wife?
Oh, I don't really talk about her, you know. It still hurts too much.
That's understandable. What was her name?
Carol.
Lewis Carroll wrote one of my favorite stories. Where did you meet?
School. College. She was really popular, you know. All the guys were in love with Carol.
She chose you.
Yeah, I guess.
What does that mean?
Well, after we'd gone out a few times, you know, dinner, movies, that sort of thing, she just told me she really wasn't interested.
Oh, no.
Yeah, and I was already completely in love with her.
How did she tell you?
Well, we were sitting at this bar near campus, you know, and they got cheap drinks and they served soup in a bread bowl. That was way before that was a thing. And we were just eating in a booth there. And all of a sudden she said something like, I'm not sure this is working out.
She came right and said it, did you?
Yeah, and it wasn't mean. I mean, Carol was never mean, you know. She's just straightforward.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, man, and it crushed me. I mean, but I wasn't going to show her. You know, I was acting all cool and casual, and
Did that work?
no.
What happened?
We sat there for a few minutes, and you know, she had said what she felt like she needed to say, and there I was, all cool, you know, not responding, and she was looking at me, just waiting. And after a little bit, she put her hand on mine, and she said, "I can take it." So I just, I took a deep breath, and I let loose how much I loved her, how I had since the first time I saw her. And I couldn't imagine not having her in my life, you know, that I wanted to.
It's okay. Take your time.
And I wanted to be with her forever. I started crying, and she just grabbed my hand tighter, and she said, "Okay, then."
What did that mean?
I really don't know. You know, we kept going out, and without saying anything, we became us, a couple. I proposed to her at the end of that year, and she accepted, but, you know, not until we graduated, of course. And we graduated, and we got married that summer, and we never talked about it again.
Well, that's romantic.
Crazy.
Yeah, well, that was her. I mean, she was always honest and knew what she wanted. No muss, no fuss.
That's so true. You know, I catch myself getting upset about something or mad at someone, and I think about Mom and how she would handle it, and all of it would just go away.
Yeah, I was always so impressed with that. You know, I wasn't wired that way. I get mad or upset, and it took everything I had not to not to lash out.
Sometimes more than you had.
What?
I mean, sometimes you did lash out.
What are you making it sound like I beat you? I never hurt you.
I mean, I know, but, Dad, abuse isn't just physical.
So now I abused you?
I mean, in a way.
What are you talking about?
I mean, something would set you off and you would get like so upset, so angry sometimes.
I'm human. I have a right to get angry.
I know.
Look, I yelled at you. I know I did that sometimes.
It was scary. I mean, sometimes you were scary, Dad.
You're just being dramatic.
You mean dramatic?
Everything is such a big deal with you. I mean, every little thing you make into a scene or something. That's what I mean by being dramatic.
I can't believe you'd say that to me.
You're being dramatic right now. What is eating you?
No, dramatic is just code, Dad.
What the hell are you talking about?
Jesus, Dad, you're mad at me for being gay. For being who I am, for being who I've been ever since I was born.
That is not fair. That is not what I said.
It sounded like it to me.
Is that what I said, Jay? I didn't say that.
You didn't mean to, but...
Great. Now you're mad at me for getting mad.
No, I'm not mad, Dad. I'm sad. There were years that I was afraid of you. Pretty much my entire high school, I was afraid if I did anything as myself that you would yell, or even worse, get so angry that you would just stop talking to me altogether.
I didn't understand you.
I didn't allow myself to laugh or cry around you. Too much emotion was out of hand. Too much of the real me, and it would just set you off.
Look, you were like some alien. I didn't know where you came from.
Yeah, and instead of trying to understand me, to talk to me, you never cared what I was thinking or feeling. Dad, you never even tried.
I always loved you.
It wasn't enough. I needed you to be my dad, to help me, especially being a weird gay kid. You think I didn't get exactly the same thing you gave me from everyone else, Dad? That's what the world does to the different ones. But you should have understood me. You should have tried. Mom encouraged me to be myself. She would say that if the world didn't see how amazing and special I was, that it was the world's loss.
She was right. Like always. I'm sorry, Pete. I didn't realize I was hurting you. I am so sorry. I did the best I could. The only way I could. The last thing I wanted to do was to let you down.
No one really tells you how hard it's going to be being a parent. The cleaning, the feeding, the teaching, the trips to the emergency rooms, not to mention just raising them to be decent human beings. No. You just look at that little face. Oh, and you love it. And you do anything for it because you made it. And it's perfect. Maybe they've got your eyes and their father's ears, your love of reading and their father's temperament. But they really are just their own little human beings, aren't they? And they grow up. And then maybe they don't like to read, or you don't like their taste in music, or they get their ears pierced without permission, or they're gay, or they don't stand up for themselves against bullies. And none of it makes any sense to you because you think to yourself, right? Like, I raised you. You came from my body. You're a part of me. How can you be so damn different? But that's the catch, isn't it? If you do your job really, really well, you raise a human being that feels comfortable to be their own person. Even if it means they're different from everyone else, oh gosh, different from you. And if you're really, really lucky, they're gonna have their own kids someday. And you're gonna sit back and you're gonna laugh and laugh as they realize how hard it was to raise your crazy ass, right?
Pete. Peter. I love you so much. You and Janice. I really, really did the best I could.
I know, Dad. And I love you for that. Happy Thanksgiving. Jay, you okay?
God, that was so beautiful. Family, you don't always like him, but you always love him.
I've got a great story about Mom and her family at Thanksgiving.
You better not tell that one.
Mom had 3 sisters and a brother, and they would rotate who hosted Thanksgiving. So Grandma was the host for years, and
Boy,
then she announced during dinner that she was done. The kids will be hosting from now on. If they needed a recipe, they could ask, but she wasn't bringing any dishes.
she was a very determined woman.
Mom is the youngest of the 4 kids, so she had a few years to get prepared. The year it was her turn, she was so nervous. I had never seen her nervous like that before. It scared me.
My family had issues like all families.
She's prepping everything the day before, making whatever dishes she can, just to reduce the stress. I'm trying to help, but I was only like 12 or 13. Dad came over to help too. He was like her sous chef.
Marcus wasn't even going to be eating with us. My family wouldn't have it. I had it all planned. The day before, he came over to stay the night. We got up early. We were working on everything. He was going to leave an hour before my family arrived, just to make sure he'd gone before anyone showed up. It was going exactly to plan until a few hours before mealtime. We noticed that the turkey didn't seem to be cooking fast enough. The temperature was correct, the oven was working fine, and the other dishes were cooking. The only thing we can figure out is that the turkey didn't thaw enough. I was losing my mind. It was going to be a disaster. Marcus said, I got this. He takes the turkey out of the oven and he leaves. I keep working, making sure everything was prepared. But of course, I had no idea what was happening with the turkey. Finally, 20 minutes before my family was going to arrive, in walks Marcus with this fully cooked turkey. It was even bigger than the one I had. He set it on the counter and he told me, it's cooked. Keep it warm and keep it in the oven. He turned around and he just left.
Amazing.
Where did he get the turkey?
I have no idea.
What, he didn't tell you?
Of course. I have no idea. He didn't tell me. I asked him to come over later so that I can give him some leftovers to thank him, but it's really to find out where he got that damn turkey from.
Okay, and?
He never told me.
It was a magic turkey.
The next year, my sister-in-law made this turkey that was damn near bone dry, nearly inedible, but it was the best bird I have ever ate because it meant that the pressure was off.
I wonder where that turkey came from. I mean, stores don't have them cooked and ready to buy.
No.
Jay, don't question the magic turkey, okay?
All right, I'll let it go.
Mom's a great cook. We had a great meal today.
It was wonderful.
What?
He wasn't with us. I took over some of everything.
Oh, Pete, didn't you make anything? I mean, besides the casserole?
Nope, I just ate all of Alice's amazing food.
I'm glad you like it. Next year, you can join Oliver and I. You all can.
Oh, you might regret that invite. I've got 3 kids and a husband with healthy appetites.
It would be wonderful to have all of you. Since my parents passed, I don't get together with my family. It's usually the two of us.
Well, hopefully we won't have to worry about gathering.
It has to be better by then.
Right.
Let's hope.
We'll have a vaccine and everything will be different.
I just can imagine another year like this. I hope you are so right. That is what I'm planning on being thankful for next year.
You're here.
Peter, what was your favorite dish?
Ooh, oh, I have to go with the biscuits. We always have rolls, which are fine, but a great biscuit, so much better.
It's the lard.
Shh! Don't tell my arteries that.
Okay.
He didn't like the castle.
No. That is not fair. First of all, that's not a casserole. Second of all, I told you I was spoiled. I only like my mom's.
Or what you thought was mom's.
Each their own.
Oh, Alice, what's in your casserole?
Families from the South, we don't call it casserole. We don't call dishes casserole. We just call it gumbo. I make mine with shrimp, crab, sausage, mussels, chicken wings, and some well-seasoned rice. And it's pretty good.
I love it. It's literally my favorite.
Wow. Next year we'll have to try each other's.
Yeah, we'll all bring our own version of mom's casserole, and then we won't have any room for turkey.
That'll be nice.
Yes, it will. I am thankful to all of you for inviting me to join your family this evening. It has been a pleasure to meet you. Oliver? Oliver,
Yes, Mom?
please share your thanks.
I already did at lunch.
You're not only thankful for one thing.
I am thankful for Peter and his family. I look forward to spending many holidays together in the future. Peter?
I am thankful for the delicious food I ate today. Yeah.
Really, Pete?
Because through the food that Alice lovingly made for her son, I feel connected to Oliver and his mom in a way that goes beyond words, Janice.
Nice save. I am thankful for Mom. I miss her, but the stories we shared today reminds me of how special she was, and even though it sometimes hurts, it's really important to remember her. Dad?
I'm thankful for all of you. And I look forward to the day when we can all meet in person. May it happen soon.
Amen.
Mom,
Yes, Louis?
I know Dad got the turkey.
What? You know?
I do. He asked me not to tell you. I don't think he'd mind if I told you now.
Well,
Would you prefer me not to tell you?
Oh, no. You're telling us we need the answer to this magic turkey.
I would love to know.
He took the turkey to his parents' house.
They live in Long Beach.
He drove as fast as he could to their house. He walked in and begged to trade turkeys. He insisted that it was very important to you and therefore to him. He even threw in $150.
That's crazy. His family didn't even like me.
Where it came from. He never stopped loving you.
I know. I always loved you too.
I thought you should know.
Thank you. That's a gift I cherish. He was a good man.
Love you, Mom.
I love you too. Happy Thanksgiving to everyone.
Happy Thanksgiving.
Take care.
Let's do this again for Christmas.
Oh, and by then I'll be sharing Pete's screen.
Oh,
Can't wait.
So,
all right.
Awesome.
Sounds good. You know what? And then at Christmas, we can all make Mom's stuffing.
Ew, that wet, pasty sausage abomination? No,
It was moist.
don't say that word.
You know, I don't think it was sausage.
I would
Moist.
eat a Spam casserole before I ate that stuffing again.
Moist.
Oh, so gross.
We'll see all of you at Christmas. Good night and God bless.
Gosh.
All right. Good
Do that.
night.
bye.
Hey, Greg. There better be some pumpkin pie left.